Hey everyone, it's meteorologist Joe Martucci. We're going to be with you in 1 second here. We're going to talk to you about this storm that we have, what to expect. And a lot of you are seeing heavy rain right now. That's going to change over to a little bit of wintry weather on the back side of this. And then we have that flash freeze to come. Of course, plenty of coastal flooding too that we've seen over the past couple of hours. We'll let everybody hop on in. Of course, you can bring your questions. And feel free to share this to some of our Facebook community groups here on our Friday morning. It's our Christmas Eve storm, and we're covering it at the press of Atlantic City for you all morning long. All right, so you see me here. Hope everyone's having a good Friday morning. It's been a busy Friday morning along the coast. If you're inland, you probably think, hey, it's not really been that much of a big deal until the past couple of minutes. But at the shore, we have seen moderate flood stage in a number of places. And it did bring water rescues, and it brought a number of roads closed to the area here. So let's talk about what we can expect. Let me know if you can't hear me. Let me know if you have any issues with the live stream. I'll definitely try to fix that. But let's jump into it and talk about what we are expecting and what is next. So the coastal flooding, it will recede by about noontime here. But as we're seeing now, rain has moved into much of the area. Does look like we can get a brief burst of snow or sleet with this. We've actually had thunder sleet in Philadelphia. It's hard enough to get thunder snow, let alone thunder sleet. And then damaging winds threaten through about 4 o'clock as these winds really do pick on up. We had a water rescue in Atlantic City. See the arrow pointing towards those cars. This was around 9:30 a.m. Listen, I say it all the time. You don't want to drive through the flooded water. It is salt water and can corrode your car. And that's exactly what happened in Atlantic City here. This is off of Albany Avenue. Moderate flood stage for Atlantic City at the Inside Thoroughfare, which is right on the corner of Winchester and Albany Avenues. And we had water rushing right up to the dune line on the beach. I did hear of also water getting over the bulkhead in Longport as well. And then Absecon, we had over on Shore Road by Illinois Avenue up to 1.5 feet of water there. So a lot of rain, a lot of salt water, I should say, that has been flooding these roads. We're still climbing in a few spots, but I think by noon it's receding in majority of locations. The only exception is going to be in the northern part of the Barnegat Bay. So if you're watching this in Manahawkin or Waretown, you're going to continue to climb. But most other places, we are falling, and we're falling fairly quickly, and that is certainly good news. Here's a look at our coastal flood stage. And you see Barnegat Light, we're okay. But you hop over the bay, that's about Forked River. We're in moderate flood stage here. We'll take you down to Atlantic City. We are currently now in minor flood stage. We were in moderate in a number of spots here. Further to the south, Sea Isle City, minor flood stage. Also in Stone Harbor, minor flood stage. These are all going down. In Cape May, Lower Township, we're fine right now. We peaked in minor flood stage there. Let's take a look at our alerts that we have out. We have a coastal flood warning in effect for property threatening flooding all up and down the Jersey Shore here. That has certainly come to fruition, especially in Atlantic, Ocean, and definitely Monmouth counties as well. We look at these winter weather alerts. That's in effect for the potential brief bursts of snow, as well as the potential for that flash freeze into the afternoon here. We have wind alerts through 6 o'clock on Friday. That's for the strong winds. So we have a weather smorgasbord for you on our Friday here. And here's a look at our cold weather alerts. This is a wind chill advisory. Here's a look at some of our wind chills about 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. So we're talking about single digits, even below 0 in Jackson and Seaside Heights. So we got a lot going on here right now. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from, what you're seeing here, whether you're in Bridgeton, Hopewell, Seaside Heights, Atlantic City, or Cape May. We'd love to hear from you here on our Christmas Eve. Certainly a busy one. We take a look at our current conditions. Notice the temperatures falling, especially to our west, and radar is showing a little bit of snow mixing in in Cumberland County, getting into about Fortescue. We're going to dive into that radar after we're done with this, and we'll really time this out for you. But notice that temperature difference. 50 in Brigg, 39 over in Greenwich, and in Lancaster's 28 degrees. So big difference in our temperatures as our winds do flip to the west and that Arctic cold front comes on through. Here's a look at our future cast. This is noon, snowing in a number of places here. I think it's going to be more of a rain-snow mix through, some of these areas, but definitely some snow flying. And look at those temperatures, 27 in Bridgeton, 41 in Seaside Heights. By about 1 o'clock, that snow is really getting out of here. We're not going to see much, just a few tenths of an inch. But we go into Friday at 2 o'clock. Hey, we're below freezing everywhere in just about 2.5 hours. And not just below freezing, in the 20s. And that's going to continue into the evening here where we fall into the teens and wind chills below zero. And that's why we have that wind chill advisory. In terms of the wind damage threat, spotty areas of wind damage and power outages, basically along and east of the Parkway, and then along the Delaware Bay here, and then not ruled out further inland here. This is pretty typical. Shore area is definitely going to be a little bit windier than the places further inland here. Then we have that flash freeze that I've been talking about for a couple of days here. I want to just go over the criteria. There's 3 things that you need to have really a significant flash freeze event. We're going to have 2 of them. Drop to below 32 after the precipitation ends. They'll be falling below 32 as the precipitation ends. And then a rapid fall in temperatures. Now, what we're not having is calm winds, and that's good news, because if our winds were calm, we'd see a lot more icy areas. So I think flash freeze is likely in spots after 2 o'clock here. Not going to be everywhere, but this is tricky for the road crews because they can't just drop brine and salt down now. It's raining, so that's going to get washed away. They have to really thread the needle between the precipitation getting out and then those temperatures falling below 32 degrees. So that is a tight window. In some spots, to be honest with you, there is no window, but you're just going to have to go out there and throw that salt anyway. Looks like we have a couple of comments here. Just want to read some of them. We had a hello from Gail. Hello to you, Gail. Pat, with some really nice words here. Happy holidays to you. Listen, we are, we're covering 4 counties here. We're very localized. We're able to cover all these towns, and we're happy to do it. And that was one of the things when I started here we wanted to do. We wanted to cover every single town, not just Vineland and Atlantic City, though I do love Vineland and Atlantic City, but we want to get into all the little corners of southeastern New Jersey. Ian says he's listening in Rosenhain. Thanks for listening, Ian, here. Paul says in Galloway, winds are picking up. Certainly is here. Gail says, Upper Deerfield, we have had rain, sleet, and thunder. So loud, it sounded like an explosion. Yes, we have seen thunder, sleet in Philadelphia, and that's moving east. We have a hello from Mary. Cindy says, Merry Christmas. And Bridgeton put the salt down. I'm guessing they're probably thinking, hey, if we just put it down, at least some of it will hold over, and they'll have to resalt again. Okay, so this is snow to come. Don't believe this. This model just updated in the past couple of minutes. We are not going to see 1 to 2 inches of snow. When I was looking at this just before the video, is at 0.5, and that's more like it. We'll see if we can update that for you, but looking for up to a ½ inch of snow and sleet on those mainly colder and grassy surfaces here. We take a look at the wind chills tonight, and boy, it's getting cold. Typically, we see this about once, maybe twice a year, in December 23rd, and here's our once or twice a year. We'll be in the negative single digits here, both inland and at the shore. While the shore is a little bit milder, it's a little bit windier. So it kind of balances itself out here. And then Christmas, and we'll talk about this plenty as we go into the afternoon. Our coldest Christmas since 2000 in EHT. And in Atlantic City, our coldest since 1983. One of the coldest Christmases on record here. Records go back to 1943 at EHT, 27 in Atlantic City. I was doing a little bit of research. Our top toy in 2000 was a Razor scooter. That was the last time we had Christmas that cold. All right, here's a look at our inland 7-day forecast, and then we'll really dive into the nooks and crannies of this line of showers and sleet and snow coming on in, and we'll answer some of your questions too. Temperatures bottoming out on Saturday, only 22 degrees for our high temperature. our coldest temperature that we've had in a couple of years here. And we're going to go 3 days in a row below freezing inland. The last time we did that was 2018. It was actually about a 12-day long streak from just after Christmas to just after the New Year, if you remember that. We go into Monday, Kwanzaa 31 degrees, and then we rise a couple of degrees each day through Thursday. No real snow or rain to talk about for our holiday week here. So if you're off next week, good weather to be out and about. Does look like New Year's weekend, though. We are going to be talking about some rain at some point over the weekend and warmer temperatures. I mean, highs should be well into the 50s. It's not even 60 degrees for our New Year's weekend. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get us to our hyper-local radar. We're really going to zoom on in, and we're going to take a look at what is happening here across the area right now. So let's zoom on in. Let's see if we can do this for you. Got that 7-day again. Here we go. Here's our high-resolution radar. See if we can take a couple of questions here as we go into the into our video. We got a Merry Christmas from Donna. Merry Christmas to you as well. And a Merry Christmas for Robert. And glad it warms up for New Year's. Yeah, definitely. He's coming down to Christmas or Wildwood for Christmas week to enjoy the nicely decorated B&Bs in Congress Hall in Cape May. Sounds like a very good idea. I did not get down there this season. I don't think I'm getting down there, unfortunately. Not down to Cape May. Here's a couple of storm reports right now. This is just coming in, so I'm kind of seeing this as you are. I'm going to turn on our lightning layer. You see a flash of lightning that was over near Stowe Creek into Upper Deerfield and Vineland. That's gone away, but we do have that around. Let's see what else I'm going to turn on for you here. So what else we can show you. I think we have a power outage index. It's not going to turn on. Sorry, I'm looking away from the screen. I got two monitors here, so I got one above me and one right here. I want to see if we can turn on our temperatures. If not, I will get those to you in just a bit. All right, let's talk about what we're seeing here. We look at Maurice River. That was a coastal flood. Moderate flood stage there. Over in Ventnor, Dorset Avenue was closed with that flooding. Several roads closed in Absecon. We go on up into Ocean County. This is Eagleswood. If you're on my Facebook page, you saw this earlier. Dock Road was flooded from the tidal flooding earlier this morning. Still has water on it. And then we'll do one more for you here. Let's get on up to, this is about Harvey Cedars, minor flooding in a number of different spots. Let's see if I can clear these out, and then we'll talk a little bit about what we can expect here. Give us 1 second. See if we can clear this on out for you. There we go. Okay, so look at our precipitation type right now. You see a little bit of snow trying to work its way in. Let me pause this for you, show you what's going on. So a little bit of snow mixing in into Cumberland and parts of Atlantic County. Some reports of hail with this. There's a lot of unstable air with this front. I mean, when you have such a temperature drop that we're going to see, that's unstable air. So we have hail in Estelle Manor over right on the border. That's about Norma over there as well, near Vineland. We'll clear this out right now. Show you a couple of other things going on here. See if we can get you a couple of temperatures as well. Looks like we're not going to be able to do that for you. But we'll zoom in and we'll go around the area and show you what's going on here. Heavy rain right now in Mystic Island, going into Little Lake Harbor. Mullica, some heavy rain right now if you're there. We had a couple of reports of what was going on. So we have the heavy rain here. You go over to the west, temperatures fall. Now you have some sleet, which radar is not picking up, but we do have some sleet with this. And then eventually some snow right now. So that's what we have going on here. You see that radar sweeping on through. Let's see if we can get you. Still going to see if we can get you some temperatures. Just bear with me 1 second. We're working with our new Max system, which we've had for just a little under a year now. But it's our new Max system. This is great. We've never been able to do stuff like this before. I hope you've been enjoying just what we've been able to put out with this really powerful system. It's the same stuff you're seeing on all If you're watching television weather, of course, we have some great people there, some friends of mine there. They have the same kind of stuff that we're rocking with right now. So we really are at the cutting edge right now, and it's great. It's actually been great here for us. Really helps to drive the weather story a little bit easier for sure. Let me turn off these storm alerts, or the storm reports, I should say. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to get you temperatures. Let's do this. Let's do this to get you some temperatures right now. Let's go back. Let's pull up. I'm gonna pull up the local temperatures for you, and we'll show you what's going on with that. Let me turn this off here as I go through. And remember, just right below me, right here, we're looking at our current flood stages right now across the area. And in many spots we're receding. Some spots are still in moderate flood stage, though, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up some temperatures, and we'll show you what's going on. All right, we can do that right here. And we got Gabrus saying thank you for all the weather details. You were very welcome, Gabrus. Happy to do that for you here. It's not only my job, but something I like doing as well. So it is definitely pleasure to be with you here on this Friday. Of course, we wish the weather was better, but hey, what are you going to do? So let's pull this back up. Here's a look at our temperatures. This was at 8:30 this morning. We will loop this to what's going on right now. And this is now 11:30 a.m. You see those temperatures falling. So it's a rapid fall in temperatures. This is expected. And you see Lancaster at 27 degrees. That's coming our way. We should be in the 20s just about 2 hours from now, everybody. And remember, with the icy roadways and the flash freeze, it is important to note that it's not going to be everywhere. And that's a good thing. It's not going to be everywhere, though. And that's because we do have a number of locations that are windy right now. And it's actually, drying us out. As that rain passes, the wind will help to dry some of this out. Not only that, but we do have towns that are salting right now. Now, a lot of that salt is going to wash away if it's already salted, but maybe they're salting now, thinking, okay, we'll see what's left of the salt, and then we'll resalt again in the afternoon. But it is tough because we're threading this needle where you have the rain, salt isn't effective after rain because a lot of it gets washed away, but at the same time, temperatures are falling quickly afterwards. So it's this tug of war where, there will be some icy areas as we go into the afternoon. So if you have to drive, really your best bet's going to be wait until later today when the road crews can get out there and do their thing and make sure they can melt any ice on the roads here. I'll show you also as we wrap on up just what's going on. A couple of photos, some other photos that we've had here. Let's see if we can pull that up for you, show you what's going on there. And I think we can do that right now. Here is our website. That is pressofac.com. Of course, you can subscribe to the press. If you like what you see, you can go to pressofac.com/subscribe. And you can read articles like this. This photo, let's see if I can zoom this in for you a little bit. There we go. This photo, this was from Atlantic City around 9:30 a.m. Water rescues because of the tidal flooding. We say it all the time. If you see flooded water, turn around. Don't drown. You don't know how high that water is. Not only can it corrode your car, but you can get stuck too, like these people did, unfortunately, and they had to get rescued. Save Atlantic City was putting out a tweet. Again, turn around. Don't drown. This was from Absecon, from a very good friend of mine, Jim Eberwine. This was on the corner of Illinois Avenue and South Shore Road. There's actually 1.5 feet of water right in the middle of this road here with that moderate flood stage that got into Absecon here. And then show you the winter weather alerts. This was the future cast. Here's a video from Eagleswood, Dock Road in Eagleswood, one of my favorite places in New Jersey. If you haven't been here before, it's a quiet road that juts right onto the Delaware Bay. Number of houses there, but boy, does it flood often. And this was a rapid increase in flooding conditions. It's the only way in and out of the West Creek area of Eagleswood. So when that floods, you're pretty much stuck at home. And some people did move their cars off of Dock Road. And that's about a 2-mile long road here. They moved them off closer to Route 9 over there just to be safe from this storm. Here's our storm threats. I think this is verifying pretty well so far. Definitely tidal flooding was an issue. We are waiting to see if we get any wind damage from this. But that's what we have going on our website. This is our little chat from the National Weather Service. Tells us what's going on here. See if we have any storm reports. A lot of moderate flood stage storm reports with this, and that was expected. So let's go back to our max. We'll wrap it on up here for our afternoon. We'll get you on your, I should say our morning. Feels like the afternoon. For our morning here, we'll get you on your way and show you what's going on here. So here is our latest radar right now. Again, some snow to come, a flash freeze to come in some spots here. And then we got very cold air to follow after that. So we're going to wrap it up here. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Again, PrestonBayC.com/weathers where you can find more of our information. Of course, you can follow me right down below here on social media too. And we'll chat with everybody soon. Take care.